Let's see how my imported Anthurium are doing after 6 months. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, my name is Rose, my pronouns are she, her, and today I'm going to show you an update of plants that I got 6 months ago from Indonesia. I'll use footage from that video so you can compare on screen. It is pretty incredible how much these plants have grown. Let's start with the smallest one. This is Anthurium Blackjack, how I got it. All three of them actually were pretty small when I got them. And I got these from Kartal Down, which is an importer from Indonesia. And this is what it looks like now. I'm super excited, even though it looks a little bit damaged. It's been in a prop box and probably was touching the front of the box for a while. But you can really see the shape that is coming in, that really typical papillilaminum shape and the dark color. This is a hybrid of two different papillilaminums. That's a fun word to say. It really has the beautiful darkness. I'm very excited to see this grow. There is actually a new leaf on the way as well. I'm really hoping that it continues sizing up. It's not super root bound right now, so I'm not gonna repot it. Usually when I want Anthuriums to size up quicker, as soon as I see it's a little bit root bound, I'll size them up, which is not a common tip from most Anthurium growers, but I found it works really well. If you're new here and wondering what these baggies are, they are how I treat for pests. I get these from Entocare, a Dutch company, and the good bugs basically eat any bad bugs that might be on the plant. And that's also why you see all the little dots on the leaves. These are the feeder mites that come in the baggies for the predatory mites. Because this plant lives in very high humidity, the mites get out and walk around on the leaf. In your living room, they are more likely to just stay in the bag. Basically, it looks like dust. They're very, very small and harmless. It's definitely sized up quite a lot, even though it might be a little bit hard to see because it's still not a huge plant, of course. I love it. It's beautiful. Can't wait to see it grow more. Blackjack. The second one is the Velvet Mask, which was the biggest one of the three that I got. And I loved the forgetty type of shape of leaf, and then the velvet, of course. And this is what that one looks like now. I recently moved it out of the prop box and underneath a grow light, so that's why there's a bit of damage on these big leaves that were closer to the grow light. But I have good hope that it's gonna continue growing and continue sizing up. You can see it's definitely sized up with this latest leaf, and there's a new point on the way. This one was nicely rooted, so it has quite a big pot already, and I see some little roots coming out the bottom, so that part is going well also. If you're wondering what I grow these in, I do have a special video about my Anthuriums and their care, but generally I grow them in my airy soil mix, which I have a video about. And then at the top, around the base of the plant, I put some moss, which helps the aerial roots to come out, and then it guides them down into the soil as well. So the plant stays quite supported and stable, and I think that also helps with getting bigger leaves quicker. I've now moved this to a different spot where it still gets a lot of light, but not as close to the grow light as before. So I'm really hoping that the next leaf will be beautiful, amazing again, and not so sad and browny. But it happens. The last plant I got was Anthurium King of Spades, which I didn't really know about, but I saw on Kartal Down's Instagram and was immediately in love. They have some really big ones. As you can see, the one that I got was very, very small, so I couldn't really see the beautiful design of it yet. But I have some amazing news. This is what it looks like now. And there's a new leaf here. Look at this. It is proper pink, purple almost, and just, it's so beautiful. I'm really impressed with this plant. If you look at the base of the stem, it is so chunky. It's really gotten really, really fat, basically. And the roots have crawled all the way out, so this definitely needs a repot. You can see here the whole bottom of the pot is filled with roots. It was growing into the leca below in my little terrarium, so that's why I currently have it in this pot to hopefully not break off too many roots. You can see how the moss makes the aerial roots a little bit fluffy because they have the humidity, and then I guide them into the pot, which really works very well. I really enjoy doing it that way. And just the shape of the leaves, it's like a little bit more wide, a little bit heart-shaped, also quite dark. Generally, I give my plants a little bit more on the more light side of things. So I think this could be even more beautiful if I give it a little bit less light, but I enjoy my plants to grow quickly and be happy, and that happens with more light. So it's always a balance. Do you want the super dark, beautiful leaves, but a slower growing plant, or a little bit less dark leaves and a quicker growing plant? This also is the case for begonia, by the way. And look at this new leaf. I can't believe it. I'm really curious to see how big it will get. I'm guessing from the size of the petiole, which is similar to the previous one, that it will stay a little bit more the same size. But I think once I've upgraded it to a new pot, it's gonna be really happy this spring. And I'm so excited. What do you think? Is this what you expected for plants that came all the way from Indonesia after 6 months? I'm pretty impressed. I really love all 3 of them. They're so unique. I love the darkness. I love the pink, the purple. Oh my gosh. It's incredible. So I'm really happy and impressed with how these settled in my cold little country after having been born in Indonesia, the most perfect place for plants basically. Oh, the sun is coming out. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up below. Subscribe if you haven't already. You can also join my Patreon or YouTube membership for monthly Zoom calls, for the private Discord chat, and early access to a lot of stuff. That's it for this video. See you next week. I post on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Dutch time. Thanks so much, friends. Bye!